Hello and welcome everyone once again to another video. I hope you all are doing really great. Had a terrible price action for the whole week. Uh, it was actually obvious. It's the first month of the year, presidential elections, uncertainties around the world, new reforms coming up, uh, new laws and regulations, and it happens in the price actually. It happens in the chart, and whatever is happening around the world, right? It's basically everything is timed properly. Seriously, if you look at dollar index, and I'll come to this later on, right? But I want to first speak of the remarks by President Trump at the World Economic Forum. Few things which are caught my eye, and this is the whitehouse.gov website. Basically, the whole speech is over here, right? And you can see like every single the whole transcript is over here, and if you read it, it's quite informative for you and what to expect actually in terms of understanding the forex market, right? And in the future, it would be really, really beneficial for you if you'll just go through this once and then align yourself with what's going on around the world. Basically, it's all a bunch of, smoke screen. Basically, all of this is smoke screen to take you away from actually what's happening here on the charts. But still, if you know your adversary, you've won half the battle, right? So here, I want to speak of a few things firstly. Uh, yes, the inflation rate right there. He said that the inflation rate we are inheriting remains 50% higher than the historic target. It was the highest inflation probably in the history of our country. That's why from the moment I took office, I have taken rapid action to reverse each and every one of these radical left policies that created this calamity, in particular with immigration, crime, and inflation. Right there. So, you could by these speeches, you can gauge for a fact that what the first quarter of the next, uh, you know, this quarter actually, this whole year is going to look like. All right, and this is the quadrennial cycle actually. So just give me 1 second. All right, here you saw that this low, right? This low right there. Sorry, this one, and this high which you're seeing right now. These are two major points of liquidity in the actual market, right? This was the high of the previous quadrennial cycle. Okay, right now we are in the Q2, Q3 actually started quarter three, because a quadrennial cycle is 1 year of 4 years, 1 year each. Okay, so 24, this is 25, and then 26 will be here. So this is Q3 actually. Now, if you would see this imbalance right there, this one, dollar dxy capital.com on a monthly time frame. If I'll remove these lines, you can just see that it has filled the imbalance over here. Okay, and if you compare this with euro and dxy, you'll see some crack in correlation. Okay, both of the currencies, euro and gbp. So for me at least, this is still intact. I'm pretty much sure, since Donald Trump came and took the country, he is going to reduce the interest rate charges, interest rates, and inflation. That will drive the dollar towards this liquidity zone right there, possibly. So once it comes over here, right, and then it forms SMT together, right, with the previous cycle. Or else, if we actually drop down and take these lows, and then there would be, you know, nothing will stop dollar to either from here or like literally it will just keep on going and then all the way to the top. These are the two scenarios. But then for dollar to push, if it comes lower, for it to push back up again, they'll need to increase the interest rates once again, which means possibly they're gonna have to wage another war. And I'm pretty much sure every single time you'll see this was, I guess, when Biden came in 21, right? Fed started to act on its own, and then they started the interest rate all the while, right? This was COVID, and then we started to chop around here and there. Now, as you can see how the presidential election, this one, is literally combined and then calibrated with the cycles of the market. I mean, it's impeccable. It's really mind-boggling actually. And yeah, President Biden totally lost control of what was going on in our country, but in particular with our high inflation economy and our border. Because of these ruinous policies, total government spending this year is 1.5 trillion, higher than was projected, right? So these numbers, they mean something actually, and if they are going to bring these numbers down, they have to bring the dollar down, like cool it down for a while, right? If it happens, which means the opposite currencies are gonna take the reign, right? As you can see here, this is the previous cycle's high, right? So if that's making the high, then the euro and the pound, they both shall be making a low, and they made a low over here. But in the previous cycle, like from the current one till the previous cycle, this one, right? Euro took out this low, but GBP failed to do so right there. So if you are bullish on the euro and GBP, you will be gaining a lot of momentum over here, right there. Don't think because there is an FVG over here and then we're pushing up higher. Yes, of course it plays a part, but then this is the actual this is the whole crux of what the price is doing actually. And then it's aligning with President Trump's re-election, right? Which is something to consider actually. And here we go. This is something else. I don't know what he spoke of, an energy crisis or something. Here, yeah, I declared a national energy emergency, and it's so important national energy emergency to unlock the liquid gold under our feet and pave the way for rapid approvals of new energy infrastructure. Rapid approvals, he said, right? Approvals. And the United States has the largest amount of oil and gas of any country on earth, and we're going to use it. So if they're going to use it, right? If they're going to use oil and gas, it's going to increase the demand of oil and gas, which might push, like it's being primed to, it will be primed sooner to go higher, right? If they're going to use it way too much, okay? Not only this will reduce the cost of virtually all goods and services, it will make the United States a manufacturing superpower and the world capital of artificial intelligence and crypto. Now, I don't know how these two things correlate with each other, right? It will be really great if someone explains it in the comment section. Someone would enlighten me. It will be really good because I guess he just wanted to, like, he was told to make this one particular statement. that they're gonna push crypto higher. But just because he said that he's like, they're gonna make a capital of artificial intelligence, AI, and crypto, that doesn't mean that the Bitcoin will just rally the moment he said it. Of course, it rallied, yes, but then, you have to make sure that you look at the market, not just what someone's speaking, right? And these are something in the regarding the tax cuts and everything. They're going to cut the taxes for workers, family, and big tax cuts for domestic producers and manufacturers. And we're working with Democrats on getting an extension of the original Trump tax cuts, as you probably know by just reading any paper. Yeah, whatever. Well, another thing which I want to speak of is the, where is it? This is a tech investment. OpenAI announces 500 billion investment, and SoftBank, Oracle, everyone, they announce their investment into the in America. So that might help the dollar. And then here he made again an announcement that Saudi Arabia will be investing 600 billion, and then he's going to tell them to just make a round figure of 1 trillion US dollars. That's amazing how presidents and these big people, they speak. Just make it $1 trillion. It'll be really good for me. Okay, President, don't worry. You can pick it up from the grocery store. Yep. And here we go. Russia-Ukraine war would end immediately, because if the prices of oil comes down, right, that's this. There is a point in it, but then yeah, it's just it does not really work. How it does not really like goes as he explained, right? And one more thing. Where is it? Diversity, equity. Yep, here we go. Finally, as we restore common sense in America, he spoke of gender. There will be only two genders in America, male and female. And finally, this is something good, actually. Anyways, finally, as we restore common sense in America, we're moving quickly to bring back strength and peace and stability abroad. I'm also going to ask all NATO nations to increase defense spending to 5% of GDP. Now, this is something concerning if you look at the bigger picture. I mean, through my perspective, of course. If they are gonna increase the defense budget, right, spending 5% of the GDP, which means they're preparing for something, right? If they know that there is no war coming up, the major war coming up, they won't like. Why would they spend like? Why would they increase 3% of their own GDP, right, from 2% to 5%? Why? Because this could be the beginning of something terrible, in my opinion. And I don't know, man. This is something, because once we start looking at the dollar, and then once every time we see it rallying, we know that there is a war going on, right? And then for dollar to take out the stop losses over here, the liquidity over here, it has to rally higher. And for it to rally higher, there shall be major events to push the price higher. Just like over here, in this year, it was the interest rate hikes, right? So here, they need something else, just like they had over here. They cannot increase the interest rates, so they'll need to increase something else. Yep. That will be investments in the country and everything, but then whatever. Yeah, that's what I wanted to speak of in this video, right? And as you can see, we are actually let me stay on the monthly time frame. It's just crazy how it's becoming so obvious that the pound and the euro dollar, they're forming a crazy SMT over here, right? Price was pushed down from here, and there was an SMT before, right? Because this high was taken over here, and this high was not taken over here. And then here now, right, again, this low was not taken from GBP, but then this low was taken in the euro, and we are seeing the results of it, right? And then we have this precision candle right there targeting the high of this week, I'm pretty much sure. And it's gonna keep pumping up until we see something major happening. So in the long run, if you are bearish, you should not be bearish as of now, right? I was thinking that it has to come back down here, the euro, because once euro comes here and once GBP takes, either one will take this low, either one, right? They have to. And once it's done, then the buying will start like big time. Then you'll see euro like pumping up and then targeting these highs. And this will only occur if there is a major war or another crisis. Without that, it's impossible, in my opinion. So yeah, long-term investors, be very safe, right? This was some really boring video. I know some of you just skipped. You would be thinking, where is the video about where to take the trade and everything? It will all be shared in my Telegram. You can go and join my Telegram group. It's free. My course is also like really cheap, my mentorship, and I keep it cheap but paid so that whoever is learning will pay attention to what I'm trying to say. Okay? Because if I just give it for free, because people come to me asking for free, like, just give me something for free. I cannot, it's impossible for me actually. The information and value which I'll be giving, I cannot give it for free. No. Why? Even if I make money or don't make money, it's regardless. It doesn't make any sense for me to give the information which I have earned for free. Right? So yeah, that's it for this video. And you can check the links in my description for other brokers links if you are trading, and you can ask DM me if you have any other requirements in terms of learning and onboarding yourself with me, right? So until next video, good luck and good trading.